Hey Brenda, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How you doing? I hope all's good with you, Brenda. Hey, drone shots, Jody, how you doing? You probably got close to the same type of weather we got here. It's kind of just hazy, cloudy, yucky. It is what it is. So it's 10 o'clock p.m. where you are, huh? Okay, it's 5 o'clock p.m. here, so we got 5 hour difference in time. Oh, you put a meatloaf in the smoker. Good for you. What? Boone's bothering me again. Be right back. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. He's just a wild man. Oh, it's good that your daughter came down. You had a nice visit. That's good to hear, Brenda. I know that you were expecting her this weekend. Michigan, right across Michigan, right just north of Detroit, right across the river from Sarnia, Ontario. This is the St. Clair River heading downstream. Over here, that's Canada. This is US on this side. Port Huron, Michigan. And this camera here is a live version of things going on the St. Clair River, Port Huron, and you can tune that in on YouTube.
Up, Paul?
Hey, how you doing?
Going.
How's everybody doing at your house?
Good. I'm getting ready to go back to work tomorrow, getting all my stuff charged up, ready to go.
Yeah, that's what you said. It's
Uh,
nice to be off, but you kind of hate the day you got to go back, right?
yeah. Flip, Horace, Brenda, Jody. Let's see who we got. Dusty. What's up, Joel?
If anybody's interested, I'm going to put uh, Port Huron River Cam. That's the link right there. I put it in the chat.
I noticed the links aren't highlighted anymore in some of them. Really weird. Let's see if it does it when I do it. No.
That link there. There's another link that is the same camera operator. The camera's on the top of the convention center, which is right behind us here. But it's got advertising every so minutes. You get an advertisement. This one
Funny
has
does.
no advertising on
Oh, I don't have advertising anyway because I got YouTube Premium.
it. East Coast said the school bus seat isn't going to hold itself down. Never mind, it is bolted down. Oh, sorry to hear, Jarvis, that you were going to have you were having high temperatures this weekend.
What's up, Jody?
Yep, Jody's here and Brenda's here. Brenda's daughter came down to visit her this weekend. And she's got dogs too, so she must have brought her dogs with her. Now, do your kids go back to school tomorrow too?
Yep.
Are they excited about that?
No. I don't know. They might be.
Well, they probably miss some of their school friends, but the idea of having to get back in the routine, that's always hard on everybody.
Two of them pretty much hung out with their friends multiple times while they were out. Oh, so I want to get.
I don't know if Joe was planning. Was Joe what he was on today? Was he planning on doing something this afternoon or evening?
Uh,
I don't
I
remember.
don't. I have no idea.
I think he talked at one time about maybe going to fly, but
The date today, 22nd. Second, January, February. And there. I don't need that page anymore. Well,
yeah, Jarvis, this camera pans back and forth out to the lake, down the river, and then it comes back again. But if there's any ships in the area, and you're lucky enough, there'll be an operator that will follow the ship and give you the look of the ship going up or downbound, upbound or downbound. This is downbound, the other way is upbound out into Lake Huron, and then over to Lake Michigan or straight up into Lake Superior. Downbound, this goes down the St. Clair River, which is here, goes down and empties into Lake St. Clair, then the Detroit River, then it goes to Lake Erie and out to towards the ocean. Head back east.
well, we got a next holiday is going to be the week after next. We got a 3-day weekend.
Oh, next weekend is 3-day weekend.
No, the week after that.
Okay, so you got 2 weeks until Easter weekend, right?
It's a 3-day weekend.
Well, how do they give you Easter? Do they give you Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
When is Easter anyway?
Hang on a minute, let me see. Palm Sunday is the 29th. Easter is on the 5th, April the 5th.
Oh
And
yeah, we get a 3-day weekend for Easter. We get the third, and then we
the
get that Friday off, and then the weekend.
third,
We get
fourth, fifth, and in Canada, the 6th is a holiday. It's called Easter Monday in Canada.
yeah, we get the third, fourth, and fifth off. And then we don't have nothing until
How long does school go?
Into May.
End of May?
Yeah, our last day is gonna be the 28th of May.
Oh, see here, I think the schools go until like June the 11th to 12th. Then they're off until the day after
We got
Labor
about eight.
Day.
We got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. And we got 9.5 weeks left of school.
Okay.
And then our last holiday is on the last week of school. We get that Monday off.
Labor Day?
No, Memorial Day.
Oh, Memorial. Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you were talking about when you come back. So you get Memorial Day, which is the Monday or Friday?
No, that's on a Monday, Memorial Day.
Okay.
And then we're out on Thursdays, the last day of school. Don't go all the way to the end of the week. It's only a 3-day week. Actually, 2.5 days. Who's calling me? Hold on a sec.
What's Dougie doing today?
Hold on a second. I got a phone call.
Okay. Oh, East Coast says that he's been having plumbing problems, and the plumber came out today. And he's got to come back tomorrow. So gushing water. I don't know where David is tonight, or where Mark is. Nobody's checked in yet. East Coast. Well, I hope you get it figured out, buddy. It's no fun when you got that hanging over your head, I'm sure. Have a good night, Jarvis. I'm gonna let Boone in. Come on, Booner. Boone. Okay. Boone is back officially back in the house. Lay down, Boone. It is cold out. Spitting snow a little bit, but not accumulating snow. Just every once in a while you see a little snow drop in the air.
Well, it looks like my driver decided he was going to retire over Easter.
Oh, really? Is
Mm-hmm.
that what he told you?
No, the driver that was covering him during his whole accident, Delma, she called me and said, or Della, she called me and said that she was told she was on the route the rest of the year and he's not coming back. He put in for his retirement, so
Is
he
she a good
never.
driver? Or is
Oh
she the
yeah,
one
she's a lot faster than Tom was.
okay.
I don't mind her. She's a good driver, so that doesn't bother me none. But he didn't call and say nothing to me. Nobody else did over the Easter break, so I don't know what the hell's going on. So,
Can I go tell her mom?
yeah.
Maybe they're
Well,
retiring him.
I'd see. That's what I don't know. I asked her. I said, did they talk to him or something over the Easter break and told him he had to like go ahead and put his papers in or what? And she goes, I have no idea. She
Yeah.
goes, I was just told that I'm covering your route the rest of the year and that he's on retirement. And he retired, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
So
I'm sure.
he's not gonna be there tomorrow then, right?
Nope, he's done. He's not coming back at all. So
Yeah,
I think that
I would
I
imagine it was a meeting of the minds.
I think that accident might have scared him a little bit too, because his eyes were getting really bad. Plus, I kind of, I told the bus yard, I said, I don't want to throw him under the bus. I said, but y'all got to do something. Y'all got to get his eyes checked like through a third party doctor, not just the one he's going to.
Yeah.
I said, because, I can tell he can't see very well. And I felt bad for kind of having to do that, but it's like I don't want to get in a car. I don't want to get in an accident.
Yeah, you don't want to have to deal with it. Yep.
I don't want me or some of the kids getting hurt because he can't see where he's going.
Right. And you would feel guilty if you didn't say something and it did happen.
Yeah, I know, and I pondered on it for like a month or so because like I said, that's somebody's career, and I didn't want to throw him under the bus. But it's like
Yeah.
I had to. But I don't know if they went on what I said or if he just mutually decided to retire. That's what I don't know. So
Hello, Mark.
he may have mutually decided he was gonna, because I did ask him when he got back from his car wreck. I said, "Are you going to be back next year?" And he said, "I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna even make it to the end of the year, honestly." So I think he was already planning on
Yeah,
taking off anyway. So I mean, he's 75, going on 76.
yeah, he's well worth saying
Uh,
goodbye to, you
uh,
know?
and I told him, I've had conversations with him about, dude, you need to like get out and live the last few years you got instead of just driving a bus every day.
Yeah,
I said, you got money, you don't have to worry about it. I was like, it's not like you really need the money. I said, you want to go travel with your, because after his wife passed away, like 4 or 5 years ago, a couple of years ago, he started dating his neighbor. He ended up, him and his neighbor ended up getting
right.
together. And she likes to travel and go on cruises all the time. And she's got money. She owns like 5 or 6 houses. Like she's got money. And I was like, dude, go enjoy yourself, Guys, go live it up, have fun. Why you want to be here fucking hauling kids back and forth every day?
Yep.
I mean, you could be out there living it up and enjoying the last few years. Why you want to be here giving it to the county? And he was like, we were talking about that, and that's what I told him, and he was like, well, he goes, my neighbor was talking about us just selling everything, and he was talking about, well, me and my neighbor want to just kind of sell everything and just go and like live on a cruise ship type thing. And I was like, well, do it then.
Yeah.
I was like, if that's what y'all want to do, go do that.
Yeah, because
Because you could,
you said he was financially stable.
right. And so and his girlfriend's got tons of money. So it's not like they have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And she was talking about, and all her houses, from what he told me, are all paid off and everything. She could sell all 6 houses.
See,
That's a lot of money, dude.
that's the only thing that older people have to deal with is if you have a money situation, then that's different than if you're set up, you know.
That's what I'm saying. She has 6 houses that he said were all paid off. Now
Yeah.
imagine she sells all 6 of those houses. He sells his house that's paid off. That's a lot of fucking money. You're talking
Yep.
300-400 grand per house.
Yep.
That's plenty of money for them to go off and,
Do whatever they want to do. Yep.
yeah, for the next 15, 20 years. They can go off and just do whatever the hell they want. He was even talking about maybe getting an RV too. And I was like, well, do that then. I was like, sell all your guys' shit and go get a nice RV and travel.
Well, the only problem with that is, Justin, that's like telling a blind man get an RV because he's got sight problems anyway.
Well, she doesn't though. So,
Does she drive?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Because
I've
I would,
all,
because I would say that'd be worst thing in the world to be like him being a truck driver, you know?
well, like I said, they have the ability to go, you know,
Do
do
whatever they
whatever.
want to
So,
do. Yep, I get it.
I'm gonna make.
Here comes Mark.
you're funny, Dusty.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, Paul, Justin. I
Yeah,
can't
Mark.
really see the use in him getting an RV unless his
Uh,
girlfriend can drive.
well, no, she can drive. She doesn't have the problems with her eyesight like he does. But like I said, they were talking about going and actually buying a condo on a cruise ship. And like I said, between the two of them, Mark, they have 7 houses that are all paid off.
And
Yeah.
they're multi-$100,000 houses.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking minimum $300,000 to $400,000 a piece.
Mhm. Yes, you're talking 2 million.
2 to 3 million. Yep. That's just their residential assets. I'm sure that they've got money in the bank too, you know. So nothing new with Douglas at all? I think he stepped away.
Maybe either that or that crappy mic he's got's gone wrong again.
No, because he said he was getting stuff charged up and ready to go for tomorrow because he goes back to work. I would imagine he's got a battery power supply that he takes with him, to keep his cell phone and everything working,
Uh-huh.
because it's not like he can just plug it in on the bus. Or maybe he can. I don't know. I'm just guessing. So, what did you do anything interesting today, Mark?
Not a damn thing.
Okay, that's about like my day. I mean, I ran a couple of errands, but didn't didn't accomplish much. I went up to Burger King and got a couple of bacon cheeseburgers with no pickle. I don't like pickle on my cheeseburgers, but
Mhm.
they've got a deal here where you can get 2 bacon cheeseburgers for $5. So I got that, and then I got another 6 Boston creams. That was $10. So that was the extent of my running around today.
Well, I just booked the hotel for the end of this week.
Oh yeah,
While we're in London, when Kate has a
you and
opera.
Kate.
Sorry, I'm back. That was my
You-
boss that just called me.
Okay, I'll tell you the same thing.
Yeah, but she said that he actually, I guess, got up with them and said
Done.
he said, I guess he was scared. He's too scared to drive anymore.
Yeah.
But he just didn't want to, he's not going to admit that to everybody.
Uh-huh.
But at least he came to terms with it and didn't try to,
Yeah.
It's not worth risking the kids.
or me or him, none of
Yeah.
us,
Or
or
somebody else on the road.
yeah, an innocent person in a vehicle.
Yeah.
But at least I'm just glad that he decided to come to terms with it instead of trying to just ignore it and act like nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
Because that's where I felt like he was trying to do those past few months. And that's what I felt like he was trying to avoid it. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I like the driver I got, so she said I get to keep her the rest of the year. So
Mhm.
most likely I'll probably have her next year too. So
Yeah, they don't like to change stuff if they got something good going, right?
well, technically routes can come up for bid and it goes like by the seniority of the driver. So like since Tom since Tom had like almost 12, 13 years or 15 years, whatever it was, his route was his route. But now that he's gone, his route eventually, probably by the beginning of next year, will go up for bid and drivers can bid on it and say, oh, I want that route. And whatever driver has the most years is the one that's going to get it.
Oh, okay.
But then some drivers just don't. There's drivers out there that just don't want certain routes and they just, I don't want it. So she might get stuck with it next year anyway. So,
Mm.
I mean, our route's actually not a bad route. So, but Yeah, so I don't know there's no reason for them to do it now because we're right at the end of the school year.
Right.
So she said she's not even going to bother putting the route up for bid at the end of the school year. She said we'll worry about that next year. So, but I'm hoping they just can let me keep Della next year too. So, because she's fast, she gets shit done, she goes. I like drivers that can at least do the speed limit. You know.
Yeah, well, you said he had the gray-headed mentality where he was driving under the speed limit and
Well, he knew the route, so he just kind of putzed along, and just did his thing. But he was always driving like if it was 60, he was doing like 50, 55. He was never doing like the actual speed limit.
well, good.
I said with Della, I was getting home every day at 5 o'clock. With Tom, I wouldn't get home till 5:30. I wouldn't get back to the bus yard till almost 5:30. So that just shows you the difference in driving.
And how's the new one doing?
What?
How's the new one? She pretty quick too?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I ride when she was covering that whole week, Tom was out. We were getting back every day at 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes a little bit before that, we were getting back at like 4:50. And I was getting home by like 5:05. Like normally I don't get in the bus yard till 5:30.
Now you guys got a new bus, do you, or relatively new?
Yeah, our bus is only a year old. We got a 2024. So, well, I guess 2 years old now. But ours is pretty much a year old because it came off the line like right at the beginning of 2025. So, like we got one of the last buses that they made that year. So
Now is it diesel or gas?
they're all diesel.
Okay.
And well, we do have a few buses that run off of propane, but they're phasing those out. They've been getting rid of those. We only have a handful of those left, and most of those are gone now.
So your bus must be in pretty good shape then.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just handicap buses. Like when Thomas makes the handicap buses, they take a lot longer to make those. And so a lot of times you'll get like a 2025, but you won't get it until the middle of 2026. You know what I'm saying?
And yours isn't rigged for handicap.
No, mine is.
Oh, yours is. Okay.
That's why we didn't get it till like the end of last year. We got it like the last 2 or 3 weeks of school last year.
So you got an extra set of doors on the side with a lift?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you use that at all, or?
Yeah, we have one wheelchair student we have to use it
Okay.
for.
Well, they always put wheelchair access on the back of those.
Well, that's the fire exit on most of the buses over here.
Yeah, they got a big old fire exit door on the back, and then the back, because it's a handicap bus, they have those rails in the floor,
Yeah.
So they take out a bunch of seats. Like our bus only has like half the seats of a normal bus. So
We usually have the fire exit is on the opposite side to the normal entrance, but at the back, just in front of the back seats.
yeah, some of the pusher buses, the ones that have the big flat front, they're just flat on the front.
Yeah.
Those ones will have a back emergency exit and they'll have a side door
Yeah.
emergency exit that's like in the middle.
Yeah, that's the other thing. A lot of our buses have engines at the back. In fact, most of them do. But
Well, all the schools over here they started phasing those buses out because they consider them more dangerous because they've had a lot of incidents where the motors have come up through the floor during being rear-ended by a car or something.
yeah,
So they don't use them anymore.
as any of our schools that have buses or disabled transport normally has a tail lift at the back to put wheelchairs on. But our public service buses, they actually have suspension that drops down at the front and brings the platform of the front entrance level with the curb.
Yeah,
So-
because your floor is more level with the road. Yeah, our buses sit really high off the ground. Like that's what I said.
Oh.
When I stand next to the bus, like the windows are the bottom of the windows are like above my head by about 6 inches.
And they have a what's it? A fold out ramp as well that fits inside the entrance to the bus.
Right. Yeah, I've seen that's how our city buses are too, but school buses they sit really high off the ground. Like
And
they're
you-
like
you
eight.
just-
They're
you
like
just-
when you're next to an 18-wheeler, you're even with the driver.
Mm.
Like when like if we pull up to a light and there's an 18-wheeler next to me, I can look over and high five the driver if I want
How many steps is it? How many steps is it up into the bus?
5, I believe.
5, okay. Because the old school buses I remember were like 4.
It's like 4 or 5 steps. I can't remember the exact amount.
But they have rails on both sides of the entrance, right?
Yeah, yeah. They got rails that you grab onto. You got to be careful though, dude, man. Those floors get slick when it's wet. I've slid out of the bus a couple of times, but I caught myself both times I did it. I was able to grab the rails on the side and catch myself. You got to be careful when it's wet. Even though those rubber floors are like rubberized, they still are slippery when it's wet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Means I don't have to get up as early anymore.
No?
rubber, rubber is wet, slippy when it's wet.
Yeah.
They shouldn't really rubberize it. They should use that, what's it? That shell grip stuff.
Yeah, they use like a rubberized aisle that's like goes between the seats. And it can get it's not like super slick, like, like when, but it can be if you're like trying to run through the bus and it's wet. You could definitely slip. But if you're just walking, you're more likely not to slip. I mean, you're most likely not to. But there's been a couple of times where I was rushing off the bus to grab something and we had to go. And there was a couple of times I slipped going out the door and I caught myself on the rails.
I guess they use it rubberized in there, assuming that if kids fall on rubberized stuff, they're not going to hurt themselves.
Fuck, dude. It ain't even softer than a regular
like-
floor.
Oh, because it's slippy. Yeah.
That's like I never understood like Walmart, right? When I worked there, they have the most like smoothest, slickest concrete floors, and I'm like, I don't know why they go with that. Like why they don't put like some kind of grip down on the floors because they constantly have people slipping and falling all the time. So they got to pay people out for that. And it's like I don't get it.
Our floors are all tiled, usually in supermarkets.
But yeah, we got that happening. So I'll have her for the rest of the year. Because I told Susan, I said, "Are you going to let me keep her the rest of the year? I really don't want to keep switching drivers." She goes, "Yeah, I'm going to let you keep her the rest of the year. I'm just going to leave her there." I said, "Okay." I don't want to have a new driver every week because that's a pain in the ass. It's easier just to leave her on there.
And she's already learned it.
Yeah, there's one part of our afternoon route that she's still confused on, but there's a lot of turns and a lot of back roads you got to go on, and that's where it gets confusing. But she'll get it down. And now that she's kind of with me for the next couple of months, she's going to have to focus more on it versus just being a sub for a week.
Yeah.
So she'll learn it. She's a good driver, so she's got all our morning routes down, and she's got our first route in the afternoon down. I don't even have to tell her where to go. So she's got. I would say she's about 80% there. So. I was not expecting that though. I really thought he was going to try to finish out the end of the year, but I
Oh,
guess
did
not.
you?
Yeah, I really thought he was going to, but Susan told me that I guess when I talked to my boss said when I talked to her assistant, because she has an assistant that works for her, that you can call and like that's who you call if like you need to call out or whatever. And I was explaining to her about my uncomfortability with him driving and because of his eyes, and I guess they were about to deal with it tomorrow when we all got back. But he, I guess, over the Easter break decided he was done. So
So he pretty much put his own papers in then.
I've always been on a handicap bus, Dusty. This ain't nothing new. That's the only reason I'm on that bus. Like regular buses that don't have handicap students don't have they don't have attendance. Only the buses that have ESE students have attendance. And that's because a federal law requires that. So that has to be done in every state. Like every state has to follow that rule.
So Sarah's mum put her retirement in now as well.
I have no idea what the fuck's going on with that. Be honest, you know about as much as I do. Yeah, I don't have to get up as early because he always wanted to leave super early. But I told Bella, I was like, we don't need to be leaving super early anymore if you don't want to. I said, I'm not gonna. I said, I don't care if we leave on time when we're actually supposed to leave if you want. She goes, oh, that's fine with me. I said, okay. I said, because I was only appointed about 4 months ago. But before that, I could put my time on my timesheet the minute I stepped on the bus. So if he wanted to leave an hour early, I got paid for that. But now that I'm appointed, I have to go by the route. So if I go an hour early, I'm not getting paid for that. So I told her, I said, we're both appointed. We don't need to be doing that. There's no reason for it. So he didn't care because, like I said, he didn't care about the money. So, but now that I'm appointed, I don't get paid for all that extra time. So. Yeah. Yeah, I figured he was going to try to finish out the end of the year, but I guess not. She told me I guess he was too nervous to drive the bus anymore. So I'm just glad he came to the realization.
Well, yeah, it works out for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
I've got 2 dozen roses done now. I've just got, well, the heads. I've got the stems to do yet.
Oh, I'm printing this light switch for our bedroom. I don't know if it's gonna stay on there. I just printed it because I wanted to, but it's like this mechanical, like evil villain looking like laboratory type switch. It's pretty cool looking. I just
Right.
want to try it out and see if it works. It's got like all these gears and crap on it. You just like push the little lever up, and it'll turn the light off and on.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't need to get up nearly as early because I don't need to be there till 5 o'clock instead of 4:20 like I have been getting there. So I'm gonna reset my alarm while I'm thinking about it.
I could actually do with a darker green for the stems, but I've only got a really bright green and a not quite so dark green. I thought I had an ordinary green, but I've looked in my boxes and I can't see one yet.
So I'm gonna move my alarm up to an extra hour or an extra 30 minutes.
Yeah,
So, um, don't need this one anymore. Go ahead and delete that alarm. I don't need that.
Here comes Dominic.
good morning, Dominic.
That
Dominic.
alarm, that one can be switched to one.
Dominic, are you headed out?
Yeah,
Okay.
We'll do 115 on that one.
You usually do.
yeah, this time of day, yeah.
This is your Monday morning.
Yep.
I'm fucking jealous, man.
How's the weather down there, Dominic?
Actually, surprisingly good today. I think it's going to be our final. It is autumn, but I think it's going to be our final run.
What's up, Debbie?
Now, how cold does it get down there in the wintertime?
Debbie.
Uh, maximum is probably, 58, 59.
Okay,
Minimums can
so it
be.
doesn't get really cold.
No, it doesn't get below 32 that often.
Okay. So in your summer season, which you're coming out of, how hot
Yep.
does it get?
We've had a couple of 115s.
115 Celsius.
Yep,
Wow, that's a make you sweat.
does. Yeah.
Right, Celsius.
No, well, you don't get
Fahrenheit.
Celsius.
Yeah, I've got
That's
115
47
Celsius.
Celsius.
You boil.
Yeah, you fucking dead at that temperature. You guys would have to live underground if it was that hot.
Yeah.
I had to think about that for a second. He said 115 Celsius. I'm like, holy shit.
No, 115 Fahrenheit.
Dude, that was an average day when I was living in Southern California. But like I said, being a dry heat, it wasn't as bad. Once you got inside with air conditioning, you cool off almost instantly.
Hmm.
And you don't feel all sticky and nasty, you know what I'm saying? Like your sweat dries real quick.
You seen the advert for the new Firefly?
For Firefly was a sci-fi show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever watched the original one. Didn't they only do like a season or two of it and they canceled it? But then didn't it become like a cult classic though after that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like one of those shows that like they cancel it and then fucking it just created a huge following. I haven't seen it, but I like sci-fi shows, so I'll probably check it out. I haven't really been watching the Academy Star Trek. I can't get into that. I don't know.
Yeah, don't
It was-
I
bother.
don't really like it.
It's just they just finished the first season anyway. In fact, the last two episodes were probably the only ones that were anywhere near like Star Trek anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes, and it just felt like a teen drama. I was just like, oh, don't
Yes,
feel sci-fi enough for me.
90210 in space.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. It just didn't feel like sci-fi enough for me, you know. Oh, me too, Brenda. Sci-fi is my favorite genre.
Yep.
That's why I like Stargate SG-9 so much, because it was just, I loved how, every episode they were at a different world, and you got to see like the new perspective on a different type of
S what?
do I?
SG what?
SG-9
It was SG1.
or SG-1, was it?
Yeah.
I don't know why I said 9.
Yeah, my favorite genre was science fantasy. So like sword and sorcery. So like Lord of the Rings,
Here comes the ship upbound. Can you see it?
Conan Barbarian, stuff like that.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I enjoyed the Harry Potter movies, because I love the CGI and everything in those movies were amazing.
Yeah.
And I liked how well the storyline was done.
Yeah. I enjoyed John Carter as well. That was good. The Martian Chronicles.
Oh, Mark, did you see that video I sent you about Hogwarts?
I saw it.
It was as if they had an exchange student from America.
I've not watched it yet.
Oh, hold on, I'll play it real quick.
Sent it me. Yeah.
It says if Hogwarts had an American exchange student while fighting Voldemort.
This is going to be the scariest fight of our lives. Some of you may not make it, but we are fighting for a better
Oh yeah, I did watch it. Yeah.
And only then. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What are you bringing? What is that? Who, me? Yeah, you. Oh yeah, I keep this on me at all times. Okay, but we got wands and stuff. Like, why
Yeah,
are you
but
using
I
them?
mean, this chamber got a couple of secrets too. If you catch my drift,
Oh.
I'm finna send some deathly hollows his way.
Oh, wow.
If you catch my
Okay,
drift,
relax,
Now
relax.
let me on the front lines, cause I'm itching to set this.
Okay,
off.
Yes, I did see it.
I was laughing my ass off when I saw that. So that's probably exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
They had the American exchange student standing there with the AR-15 wand.
Yeah.
Well, when I see a ship coming up like that, I just want to get up and go down and fly,
Yeah.
We got a few days.
John G. Munson. It's headed for Marquette.
Yeah, but what's the weather like? He said it
Oh,
was
it's chilly and a little bit misty and a little bit hazy. And
probably better off not flying it then.
well, you know me.
Yeah. Well, we want you to keep this one at least a couple of months.
Mm. Good. Mm-hmm.
It's 36 degrees out.
We're a little bit warmer than that. I think we're about 9 degrees centigrade today. But it's been cloudy and chilly. It's supposed to be cold and rainy for the next couple of days.
Well, when you say cold and rainy, how cold is it?
9 degrees, so about 40-ish.
Yeah.
Nearly 50.
Is it? Mind you, it's getting down to 2 degrees at night. Let's see what it says. We're at 7 degrees at the moment. The high was 12, the low is 4. Tomorrow the high is 12, the low is tomorrow the high is 12, the low is 4. And cloudy. Oh, they've moved the rain to Tuesday and Wednesday now.
Here comes David.
12 and 5 on Tuesday, then 7 and 5. 7 and 3 on Wednesday, 8 and 1 on Thursday, 10 and 3 on Friday, 9
David?
and 3 on Saturday. Then it goes back up to 12 and 14.
Where's Joe?
Don't
I
know.
have no idea.
Because I've got CCTV evidence of what he's been up to. Look. Share sound, share video, and go.
Oh, that was loud.
Sorry, I reckon that's Joe.
I
That's
don't
a
know where Joe's
question.
at.
Why do all your sports stadiums have dodgy fences?
Oh,
Every time I see someone in one of your sports arenas, when they lean on the fence at the front, the fence moves. It's like it's supposed to stop people going over, not go with them.
I don't know. It might be temporary fencing so they can move it around. Like if they need to readjust the parking lot or something, I'm just guessing.
That
I don't know.
that wouldn't be allowed in our stadiums.
But normally there's cops all over those stadiums, so you really ain't gonna be able to do anything.
No, I'm talking about the crush barriers at the front. You know, to stop you going down too far,
Oh, I don't know.
like stop you going over. So when you got like 2 tiers or something.
I couldn't tell you. Yeah, somebody put, there's no way Saturday and Sunday have the same 24 hours as the rest of the week.
Back in 5.
Good point.
Our clocks change next Sunday.
Yep. And how's the following Sunday?
Mm-hmm. And then it's the Masters.
Yep.
Matt Fitzpatrick just won the Felspar. I think they're at Arbor Town next week.
The bar's got a sign out in front of it that says beer is now cheaper than fuel. Drink, don't drive. I love when companies do that. There was a Burger King and a McDonald's that went viral for a while back, and they were going back and forth in the signs talking shit to each other. They were across the street from each other. And they were writing all these cryptic messages on their signs, talking crap to each other. It was funny as hell. Why does it seem like every time a famous person dies, Art says he met him at some comedy show somewhere?
Yeah.
Apparently, he knew Chuck Norris too.
Yeah.
Now, when did he say that?
He posted it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Said he came to a comedy show of his a long time ago and enjoyed it.
I mean, I know he actually did work
Hey, Debbie.
Dustin, with not Dustin Dunham, fucking hell. Jeff Dunham at one
Yeah.
point. Well, that was before Jeff Dunham was really famous, I think.
Yeah, Debbie, that's a self-unloading bulk carrier heading out into Lake Huron, headed north. I would imagine they're going to go pick up a load. I don't think usually they're lower in the water, like about this level when they're on their way down. It's right now it's in ballast, so they have a little bit of ballast on it to stabilize the ship, but it's headed for Marquette, Michigan.
Oh, it isn't. That's the fucking truth.
What to do? Pump water into the tanks?
Yeah,
That could be a bit awkward if they're carrying cement.
no, he's a
They'd have to.
probably,
they'd
probably
have
a
to
grain hauler or a gravel or something like that, because that boom swings out and then they load it from the front and it unloads. Could be gravel, it could be anything. The cement ones have a different look to them.
Mhm.
Right. Debbie says, I love the water, boats, and ships. I wish I lived there. Is that you?
What? That me what?
No, I was asking Sarah.
Oh. Hey, Sarah.
Hello.
Tomorrow in Port Huron, you'll see intermittent clouds and can expect a high of 33 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 21 degrees.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it's we're gonna get up maybe into the high 30s, low 40s the next couple of days, and then a week from tomorrow, it's gonna get up to 51 degrees sunny with a low of 36. When's Laura come home, David?
Tomorrow.
Are you excited?
Oh yes.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna
sounds-
cook her a big dinner or what?
Really sounds.
Bollocks.
Sounds riveted.
Why the bloody hell would I cook her a dinner?
Well, you're welcoming her home.
She'll be home by 2:00. Dinner's not till 7.
Well, you could be in the kitchen preparing the meal while she comes home.
I can boot him, David, if you like.
Yeah, please.
Why, when all it takes is a phone call?
You want about getting takeout again, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, just get her some chicken nuggets. She'll be all right.
Yeah, she likes chicken nuggets. Does she like pizza too?
Not so much pizza, chicken nuggets she does.
Okay.
Oh, there you go, chicken nugget pizza.
Oh, that's a new idea.
There was a man arrested for shooting a seagull that took his funnel cake in Atlantic City.
Good.
Jesus.
I ought to shoot him and all.
So the seagull stole his
Funnel cake, and apparently the guy went all airborne with his pistol. I guess, I don't know.
Maybe he thought it was a drone. I once had a seagull nick my.
You know what? If all Americans can have guns and open carry, walking around and can shoot birds out of the sky like that, then I think they should arm all birds and animals as well. Make it more interesting.
Yeah,
You can't open carry in every state. Only certain states allow that.
certain states.
Yeah, no.
There's only about 30 states that allow that.
But I'm saying this guy shot a seagull. I think they should arm all seagulls and let him have him.
yeah, fit all seagulls with sidewinders.
Watch him move.
That's pretty funny. Because if you wait long enough to cook dinner for everyone, or if you wait long enough to cook dinner, everyone will eat cereal. Follow me for more recipes.
Like the guy in Basildon with his big hawk scaring the pigeons. The pigeons don't give a shit. But now, because he's posting online, bigging it up, he's had to have security because people are like trying to get him out of town.
I honestly think people around here wouldn't give two shits about that.
Well, they employ people to do that, don't they?
Yeah, but that's the point. He bigged it up. How he was getting paid for it, and people are against it. The tide against pigeons is changing because people are starting to realise where pigeons came from and why they're such a problem. Because we used them in the First World War and Second World War, and when we got back, we decided we didn't need them and just dumped them.
I thought they all came from Yorkshire.
Probably where we dumped some.
Like Wally Batty, these pigeons.
Got to remember, when all comes down to it, if satellites and stuff will become the next target in the war, pigeons will be needed again.
Mm-hmm.
How else is Paul going to be able to tell Justin he's forgot his password?
The pigeon fancier's shop that used to be across the road here next to the police station has closed down, and it's now God knows what it is, some kind of building grant loan type company, I think. Well, it used to have a pigeon club at the pub behind me. A big van used to turn up like once a month and collect all the baskets of pigeons to take to the races, to where they were going to set off from.
Oh, one of the reasons I'm pissed off tonight is I ordered a fucking hard drive online on Vinted because it was good price. £5 for a 256 gig hard drive. Yeah. Got the text today to say it was going to pick it up from the parcel thing. Got there. She's only going to put the wrong fucking label on the box. So I've got a pair of fucking stilettos and somebody else has got my bastard hard drive.
Yeah.
And now I have to fucking send it all the way back to get my money back.
Well, how far away is it?
Cambridge. About 70 miles away, 80 miles away. That's not the point. I paid for a hard drive. She should have known when she was putting it in the fucking box, in the parcel thing. It's a fucking hard drive, not a big fucking box.
What's up, Ed?
So,
Well, since they made the mistake, don't they take care of it?
yeah, I've got the point is I've got to send it back and then hope that the person on the other end that received my hard drive sends that back so we can swap them back. Otherwise, I'm not going to have a hard drive.
Mhm.
I'll have to go and pay over the odds now and pay a tenner for one instead. The fuck is that? Oh, crap.
Debbie says, Mark, you're a kind, great, wise man.
Why?
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
David, did you see that video I sent you earlier?
Yeah.
Is
The one where he goes, but that child's wide.
Yeah, because that baby is from the mountains of Caucasus.
Yeah.
He goes, that's a Slavic baby.
I like how he goes, I don't want to explain the physics to you, but I've been here for 16 years, non-stop, solid, not got out.
He said, do you know what consecutive is? That means one right after the motherfucking other. And I never missed a day. He said, that baby got a 730 credits for it right now.
And then he looks and he goes, it looks like the prison officer.
Yeah. Yeah, I was laughing when I saw that. He goes, that one might be mine, but I'm not sure just because you name him Darian don't make him mine.
Yeah, and then when he speaks to his oldest son, he goes, I do apologize. It's my first white child. Was it Eddie Murphy, by the way?
No, that was Cat Williams.
Cat Williams. God, he does
Yeah.
look a bit like Eddie Murphy, though. Well, he did in that.
Oh, he looks rough in there because his hair's all like screwed up and shit. Yeah, that shit was funny.
You rat bastard.
What?
Let me see here. Yeah, check that one out. I just sent you, David. It's only like 40 seconds long or something.
Yeah, that other one did seem to go on a bit.
Really?
That was good, that one, Justin.
Yeah,
But
that would totally be if there was an exchange student from America.
the funny thing is, though, don't slide down, because my mouse just automatically slid down, to the next video.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's some woman on a fucking swing.
Wow.
The fuck's that all about?
Mhm.
He said, this thing's got some, he said, I got a chamber of secrets for him. Oh, man. Fucking mosquitoes are out again.
Hmm.
Or little bastards are out now. My live stream last night, you could see me trying to. There was one last night during my live stream. You could see me trying to swat one for like a minute. I was trying to catch a little bastard was buzzing around my computer. Every once in a while, a few of them will slip into the house. Jumbo. I'm printing this out right now, David. Look, like mechanical light switch.
Oh, I've seen that.
Just want to try it and see if it's any good. Yeah, they got some real extensive ones too for like if you have like a double or triple switch.
Yeah. Have you seen the penis one?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, shame they don't work on our switches.
Well, we have two different types of switches you'll see in houses. A lot of the newer houses have those real flat ones. And then the older houses usually have like a little stick that sticks out that you flip up and down.
Yeah, we changed from them to the flat ones a long time ago.
Yeah, in the past, like I would say 15 years or so, a lot of the newer houses, that's all they have is flat ones now. That's pretty standard now. They have some for the flat ones on here though too. They work with those. Like our house has the older switches, but it's an older house too. This house was built back in like I think the 70s.
It's not old for a house.
Well, I'm saying for all the new shit they've been building around here, not very many older neighborhoods left anymore. Most of the neighborhoods are no less than like 10 years old.
My house is like early 30s. It's like 90. Up 95 years, 93 years old now, something like that.
Oh, there was that one, there was a reality show years and years ago that me and Sarah were watching a long time ago. And there was a castle that they were staying at in England. It was like 900 and something years old. And it made it through both like the world wars and everything without any damage or anything happening to it. Like it didn't get messed up at all. Oh, really nice house. Or I would say castle, not really a house, but yeah, they said it was like around 900 years old. But it was like kind of like a historical site. Like it was more of like a museum than it was people actually living there. Um, yeah, I got a VPN. I know David's got one.
No, I don't need one.
You
Mine
have one
expired.
though, don't
That
you?
one, yeah, I had one, but it expired.
I know. Remember that one I bought like 3 years ago? That
It was longer than
advanced one.
that because mine lasted. Mine was a 3 year one, and it's just run out.
Yeah, mine's only got 4 days left. I got to renew it. I'm just gonna go buy another cheap one off of.
CD keys.
Actually, you know what?
Well, loaded now. As they
I'm
call
really
it.
thinking about just getting the Deep Connect, the actual one that it's the actual physical one, little box you can buy.
Yeah.
Because you can do your whole network in your entire house, and you can network the entire house through it. And that one actually is one of the only VPNs where Netflix and shit can't detect it. Like all the browser-based ones and shit, Netflix and all them can detect that, and they won't let you watch Netflix if you accidentally leave it on or something. You forget to turn it off. Netflix and all them, they'll detect it and say, "Oh, you're using a VPN. You need to shut it off before you can watch it." That one's really cool and everything. It's got like a app and everything for it that you can control it on your phone and everything. And it's just a one-time buy. You just buy the little box one time and that's it.
Why
There's
can't
no,
Dell do things in fucking normal?
kind of want to get one of those before they try to start banning VPNs. I know there's quite a few states that want to try to ban them.
Mm.
Has anyone heard of Lexar?
Lexar?
Lexar.
Yeah, they make what's its memory cards.
I was
Yeah.
going to say they don't make Watsits, that's Walkers.
Mm.
I think they make printers too, don't they?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
an SSD.
Yeah, I think they also make printers too. Like, I don't know if they still do, but I'm pretty sure I think they used to make printers.
Yeah.
No, I know what Sean you're on about. Oh,
But yeah, they make like Mark said, they're known for their memory cards, stuff like that.
what's that
They've been
fucking
a-
printer called now? Oh,
They've been around for a long time.
Lexmark is the printer one.
Yeah.
They were funny. You could buy the printer for 20 quid, but the ink cartridges were 40 quid.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
you
yeah.
just launched a printer out the fucking window and get a new one.
Yeah, a bit
Oh,
like
yeah.
HP stuff, where the ink's dearer than the printers.
Oh yeah, that's been a thing for years. Like Walmart sells a couple of real cheap printers that are like $30, and the ink is more expensive than the printer. A lot of people will buy them, throw the printer out
Well,
after it's done, and buy a
Lexmark
new
is
one.
long gone. They went out of business. They only providing customer service for those office printers.
They still sell them over here in like Office Depot and stuff.
What, Lexmark?
Yeah,
They don't sell them over here anymore.
I think they got bought out by Dell Computers,
By Dell. Oh, well, that'll explain it.
because all the listings I'm seeing for them like is from the actual Dell website, and then there's like some like Newegg sells some.
I think Staples carries them.
Autorama.
Doesn't
Yes.
Staples carry them too?
I see Office Depot has them. Autorama carries them. So there's still companies that sell. I mean, they definitely are more office style, but if you wanted like a really nice printer at your house, you'd be spending around $500 minimum, or about $300 if you wanted one of theirs. But they are definitely more office style computers. They're big, those big ass bulky ones. I'm assuming Dell bought them because a bunch of the listings had Dell in the name, so
Only
in
an
the
hour.
Dell store.
An hour and a half. And then, so an hour and a half, we'll do 12 stems. And another hour and a half, we'll do the other 12. Then I've got to
Oh
decide
yeah,
whether,
Walmart has them too. So does Staples, yeah.
decide whether I want any more different colours.
Yeah, those are definitely more office style. Like I said, unless you wanted a really not like high end printer in your house. Yeah, I don't buy it. If I can get like a decent all in one for like 150 bucks, that's about as much as I'm gonna spend on a printer. Because I don't end up using half the fucking features that comes with it anyway. So Like the all-in one I had for a couple of years, that one I got really cheap. I got an open box from Amazon. I only paid like $60 for it. And it was like $130 printer.
Mhm.
And they had it on a like a clearance thing. They were trying to get rid of them. I got it for like 60 some bucks. But it lasted about 3 years and I ended up breaking. I threw it out.
Yeah, I've got to plug my printer back in again. I had to,
Honestly,
I had to unplug it because the 3D printer's gone in the same place as the old printer was.
I could do with a little cheapy $30 printer because I wouldn't use it enough anyway to justify buying an expensive one.
I've got an A3 printer. Printing A3.
Like if I like I haven't had a printer in over a year and I've only needed a printer a couple of times, I think, in that time period. Where I needed to print something out. I just use Sarah's mom's printer. If it's out in the living room, I just connect to it to the Wi-Fi and print whatever I need. A couple of times I've used it. I don't print enough shit out to justify buying a $200-300 printer.
Oh no, mine isn't that dear. It's an all-in-one Epson, but it wasn't an
Yeah,
Epson. It's a WF 32 something, I think. It's a good, pretty good one as far as it goes, but I've got to unblock the red jet, magenta jet.
yeah. See, this is what I want to get. Or this is what I was looking at, Debbie. These are the Deep Connect. They had a lot cheaper one. These are the real expensive ones. I remember they had like $100 one at one point. But it will do your whole house. You plug it into your router, and then it pretty much VPNs everything that connects into your house. I know they had a cheap one though. I want to say they had like a little $100 one. It was like a little stick you could plug in. It looked like kind of like a Roku stick or like a Fire Stick.
So what you do is you plug it into the one of the Ethernet ports in the back of the router.
Yeah, and then it runs pretty much, and then everything in your house that's connected to it will automatically run through that, so you don't have to worry about turning it off or on. And it's not like from what Sean has one and AZ's got one, and Sean's doesn't get detected by like Netflix and shit like mine does. I have a browser based one, the
Yeah.
Fast VPN.
Yeah.
But the Deep Connect does like a really good job at not making it detectable. And like I said, you don't have to pay a monthly subscription, nothing. It's a one-time buy. You buy you buy the product and that's it. You don't ever have to pay anything for it after that. It's pretty much just buy the equipment and you're done.
And you can set yourself to a different country with it as well.
Yeah, you actually have a really cool like phone and computer application that you can download, and it gives you like a really good detailed you can control everything. You can tell it what to do and all that.
Mhm.
I don't know exactly how it works because I've never gotten to use one, and it's been a long time since Sean and David told me about it. But I remember Sean showing it to me on his computer. He was showing me the software, but it was a couple years ago.
Mhm.
But it also depends on your internet speed too. So like they have one that does 100 megabytes per second. They have one that does 500. They have one that does 1 gigabyte.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, the one I wanted only does 100. That I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd have to get the 1 gigabyte if I was going to do that at the least minimum one.
Yeah.
That one's $269. Those things are expensive, but they're nice.
Mm.
It's really fucking pricey. Oh yeah, jailbreaking an Amazon sticker, Amazon TV is super easy to do.
Yeah, the Fire Stick, that's just a USB socket. I don't think I've got a USB socket on the back of my router.
No, you talking about a Fire Stick?
Yeah.
No, that would be it's HDMI and then the USB runs the power to it.
Yes.
You just plug it in the back of your TV and the HDMI port.
All right.
It's just like a Roku stick if you've ever seen one of those.
I've,
Or an Android box, same thing. Android boxes do the same thing.
But if you're looking at side loading a Fire Stick, you can't anymore.
I don't need to. I've got an Android box.
Yeah, have
Why
you
is
seen what?
Amazon finally blocking that shit?
Yeah, so is Android.
Yeah, it's probably cutting into their profits on their fucking streaming services. Amazon didn't give a shit for the longest time because they were selling millions of those Fire Sticks, man. People were buying them by the truckloads and then they were jailbreaking them and selling them to people. You know, they'd get it for like $20 and then they jailbreak and sell it to you for like $45, $50. Amazon didn't give a shit for the longest time, but it's probably affecting their own streaming platform now. People are probably jailbreaking their own stick and using and watching their shit free. So they probably
The Android box doesn't actually have a streaming service on it. It just runs various different apps like YouTube, just turns you into a smart TV.
that's all a Roku stick does, but it allows you to, or Amazon stick, but they have where you can sideload shit on it. And that's
Yeah,
what people do. They go to the browser within the Fire Stick and then they find the programs and then they sideload it.
yeah, I know. What's it? One of Kate's friends has got a Fire Stick that we put the IPTV on.
Yeah, it's actually very easy. Like anybody could do it. Like there's tons of videos on YouTube that will show you how to fucking do it.
Yeah. But the Fire Stick has got Prime built into it as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got other apps built into it already. Like it has like YouTube and
Yeah,
they
mine
all have
YouTube and a few other bits.
because they have an app store, but you can also sideload programs on it as well.
Yeah, using the APK.
Now, if all Amazon has to do to shut that shit down is just shut down the ability to be able to sideload things on it. Now, so I'm sure somebody eventually will figure out how to get around that, but it will definitely stop the mass majority of people that don't really need any technical skills to do it. Because, like I said, it's very easy. You could teach anybody how to do it in like 20 minutes. It's really easy. All right, I'm gonna jump off, guys. I'll catch you later because I got work tomorrow. Back to the grind.
Back to
Alright.
back to the buses, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you after you get back in the morning, huh?
Yeah, I'll be around.
Okay. Justin,
Alright, I'll
have a
catch
good
y'all later.
evening. Take
See you.
care. Well, I've been thinking about closing it down for a little bit. I was kind of waiting for Justin. After
All right. Well, catch you all tomorrow then.
after a couple hours, it
Yeah, the doors are shut this side.
All right. Well, catch you tomorrow, Paul.
Okay, everybody, have a great evening.
Bye.
Bye for now.
I'm gonna go.